Good evening. Thank you for coming. I'm Matthew Kelm. I am the police chief for the Chippewa Falls Police Department, and I'm providing an update on the homicide investigation. First and most importantly, earlier this evening we arrested a juvenile suspect in this case. The suspect was not a stranger. The suspect was known to the victim. We do not believe there is any danger to the community at this time. While nothing will bring Lily Peters back or change what happened, we are very grateful to be able to deliver this news for the family and for the community. While driving through town and through our communities, we can see the purple ribbons, and honestly, I would expect nothing less from the Chippewa Falls community, Chippewa Valley, and our surrounding communities. A tremendous amount of work has gone into this investigation by a large team of investigators, including those at the federal, state, county, and local level. Law enforcement has been working on this case 24 hours a day since this call came in less than 48 hours ago. First of all, I want to thank the community for the over 200 tips that we have received. These tips were critical to solving this case. Our security team has and will continue to hold the crime scene, which is the wooded area around the footpath between the north end of Grove Street and the Line Kugel Brewery parking lot. This is important to the integrity of the investigation, and we would ask that you continue to avoid this area. The Wisconsin Department of Justice Crime Lab processed the crime scene last night. At that time, the body of Lily Peters was removed by the coroner's office. A forensic autopsy is being conducted. Investigators executed a search warrant at 422 North Grove Street. Evidence was collected and additional interviews were conducted. That is all the new information I have at this time. There is still much work to be done. Please contact the tip line if you have information you think we should know. The number is 1-800-263-5906. Again, 1-800-263-5906. The line will remain up until noon tomorrow. After that time, you can contact the police department's non-emergency number. Our thoughts continue to be with the family through this terrible time. We would ask everyone to keep them in your thoughts while respecting their privacy as they grieve. This is still an active investigation. I wanted to note some of the agencies that were involved in this. We had over 70 officers working this case just today. Close to 20 agencies, including the Department of Justice, DCI, FBI, the Wisconsin Crime Lab, Eau Claire Police Department, Menominee Police Department, Altoona Police Department, Lake Hallie Police Department, Cornell Police Department, Ladysmith Police Department, Eau Claire County, Dunn County, Rusk County, Chippewa County, the Wisconsin State Patrol, Wisconsin DNR, the Wisconsin County Emergency Management, and Wisconsin County Victim Services, as well as support we've had from our community throughout this whole time. The outpouring of support for our first responders throughout this entire investigation and through this incident has been nothing short of amazing. So at this time, as I said, it is an active investigation, but I can take a few questions.
Is the suspect related to Lily?
I can't provide any more information than I already have on the juvenile offender.
Are you able to say age and gender of the suspect?
No.
Whose house was this?
You mean the 422 North Grove? Is that where you made the arrest of the juvenile? What was the 422 North Grove?
That's where the search warrant was executed.
Any more information you could share on a cause of death?
Not at this time.
So where was the suspect arrested?
I don't have that information that I can put out at this time. He's been taken into custody.
What was the search warrant for?
Information related to the case.
And where is the suspect now? Is he in the jail? Is there a place for this suspect?
I'm not sure where the suspect is right now, but he is in custody.
What charges are you going to ask Wade to file on this?
I don't have that information.
I only ask because without knowing his age, we don't know if this would be a first-degree murder or if there's, depending on the age, but.
Can you talk about the limitations when it comes to a juvenile suspect arrested in connection into a murder case? What sort of limitations are in place when it comes to charging?
Yeah, I can't speak to that. I'd have to defer that to the district attorney's office.
Have anyone from you or anyone spoken with Wade at this point? Has he been brought in on this at this point?
The district attorney's office has been part of this the whole time.
Has the family been notified of this arrest?
The family is aware, yes.
Was the suspect found in the city limits?
Found in the city limits.
Was he arrested within the city limits? Was he nearby the scene? Was he?
The suspect was arrested in the city, yeah. So, I'll take one more question.
Is there any reason to believe anyone else is involved, or do you feel like you're confident that it was a single person?
I'm confident that that there's no further danger to the community at this time. So.
Was the arrest made at the 422, or that was just
That's the
information?
last question. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
If you're just joining us, that was Police Chief Matt Kelm of the Chippewa Falls Police Department outlining a major development tonight in the murder of Lily Peters. The police chief standing at a lectern that was draped in purple in Lily's memory, and he announced that a juvenile suspect has been arrested. He did say that the suspect was not a stranger to Lily. He did also say that there is no longer believed to be a danger to the community. Now, the chief talked about the purple ribbons that are everywhere in Chippewa Falls and talked about what a great show of support that was. He also talked about the tremendous amount of work that went into this investigation. He said over 70 officers from 20 law enforcement agencies, pretty much everyone in the surrounding Chippewa Valley area, and going up as high as the U.S. Department of Justice and the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. He said also people of the Chippewa Valley made this happen. He said the police department received over 200 tips, which he described as being critical to the investigation and critical to actually solving that case. Now, we are going to have much more coming up tonight at 10, a recap of all the developments today. We reported some major news at 6 o'clock when Shannon Hoyt was on the scene as police were hauling evidence out of the home that is suspected to be involved. We'll have all of that and more coming up tonight at 10. Thanks for joining us tonight.